26. The Queen of Heaven in the Kingdom of the Divine Will. The hour of sorrow approaches, dolorous separation. Jesus in his public and apostolic life. The soul to its heavenly mother. Here I am again, my mother. Today, my love of child towards you makes me run to be spectator of the moment when Jesus separated from you to form his apostolic life in the midst of creatures. Holy Mother, I know how much you suffer. Each moment of separation from Jesus will cost you your life, and I, your child, do not want to leave you alone. I want to dry your tears, and with my company, I want to break your solitude. While we are together, you will continue to give me your beautiful lessons on the divine will. Lesson of the Queen of Heaven. My dearest child, your company will be most pleasing to me, because I will feel in you the first gift that Jesus gave me, gift formed of pure love produced by his and my sacrifice, gift which will cost me the life of my son. Now pay attention and listen to me. Hear, my child, for your mother is beginning a life of sorrow, of solitude, and of long separations from my greatest good, Jesus. The hidden life has ended, and he feels the irresistible need to love to go out in public, of making himself known and of going in search of man lost in the maze of his will, prey of all evils. The dear Saint Joseph has already died, Jesus has departed, and I remained alone in the little house. When my beloved Jesus asked of me the obedience to leave, because he never did anything unless he asked me first, I felt a sudden pang in my heart. But knowing that it was the supreme will, I quickly said my fiat. I did not hesitate an instant, and with the fiat of my son and mine, we separated. In the vent of our love, he blessed me and left me. I accompanied him with my gaze as far as I could, and then retiring, I abandoned myself in that divine volition which was my life. But oh, power of the divine fiat, this holy volition never let me lose sight of my son, nor did he lose sight of me. Indeed, I felt his heartbeat in mine, and Jesus felt mine in his. Dear child, I had received my son from the divine volition, and what this holy volition gives is not subject to end or undergo separation. Its gifts are permanent and eternal. Therefore my son was mine. No one could take him away from me, neither death, nor sorrow, nor separation, because the divine volition had given him to me. Thus, even though our separation was apparent, in reality, we were fused together. Much more, that one was the will that animated us. How could we be separated? Now you must know that the light of the divine will made me see how badly and with what ingratitude they treated my son. His steps turned toward Jerusalem. His first visit was to the Holy Temple, in which he began the series of his sermons. But oh, what sorrow! His word, full of life, carrier of peace, of love, and of order, was malinterpreted and badly listened to, especially by the gifted and wise of those times. And when my son said he was the Son of God, the Word of the Father, he who had come to save them, they took it so maliciously that with their furious looks they wanted to devour him. Oh, how my beloved good Jesus suffered. His creative word rejected made him feel the death which they gave to his divine speech, and I was all attention, all eyes in looking at that divine heart which bled, and I offered him my maternal heart to receive his very wounds, to console him and give him support as he was about to succumb. Oh, how many times after having broken the bread of his word, I saw him forgotten by everyone, without anyone offering him any comfort, alone outside the walls of the city, in the open, under the vault of the starry sky, leaning against a tree to weep and pray for the salvation of everyone. And I, your mother, dear child, from my little house, wept at the same time. And in the light of the divine fiat, I sent him my tears for relief, my chaste embraces, and my kisses for comfort. And so my beloved son, in finding himself rejected by the great, by the gifted, did not stop, nor could he stop. His love flowed which wanted souls, and so he surrounded himself with the poor, the afflicted, the infirm, the lame, the blind, the mute, and those with so many other ills which oppressed poor creatures, all images of the so many evils which the human will had produced. And dear Jesus healed them all. consoled and instructed everyone. Thus, he became the friend, the father, the doctor, the teacher of the poor. My child, it could be said that it was those poor shepherds who, by their visit, received him at his birth, and it was the poor who followed him in the last years of his life here, even to his death. This is because the poor, the ignorant, are the most simple, less attached to their own judgment, and therefore are more favored, more blessed, and the favorites of my dear Son. So much so that he chose poor fishermen for apostles as columns of the future church. Now, dearest child, if I wanted to tell you what my Son worked and suffered, and I with him, in those 3 years of his public life, it would take too long. In the fiat, we separated, I from my Son, and the fiat gave me the strength to make this sacrifice. What I recommend to you is that in all that you can do and suffer, let the fiat be your first and last act. This way, you will find strength for everything, even in the pains that cost you your life, if you enclose everything in the eternal fiat. Therefore, give your word to your mother that you will always let yourself be found in the divine will. Thus, you will also feel the inseparability from me and from our greatest good, Jesus. The soul to its mother. Sweetest mother, how much I sympathize with you in seeing you suffer so much. Oh, I beg you to pour your tears and those of Jesus in my soul, to reorder it and enclose it in the divine fiat. Little flower of the day. Today, to honor me, you will give me all your pains to company in my solitude, and in each pain you will place an I love you to me, and for your Jesus, to repair for those who do not want to listen to the teachings of Jesus. Exclamation. Divine Mother, may your word, that of Jesus, descend into my heart and form in me the kingdom of the divine will.